What's up, you filthy animals? Okay, so welcome back to my next training vlog. Today I'm actually not sure what I'm going to do because I'm either going to do a very light day or I'm going to do a reasonably heavy day. So I'll tell you as I warm up. So it's going to be a surprise what's going to come in the video as much as it is to me as it is to you. So today is Sunday the something. Today is Sunday 12th or 13th, and the last week of training has been pretty solid. So week 4 last, I added in I've added back in my snatch waves in the full snatch obviously, and I've added back in full clean and jerks only once a week. So I got up to 150 the week before, and on Friday my snatches, I've been waving up to 125 for doubles and they've been pretty fucking good, really good, very happy with those. Clean and jerk is still a little bit off, so I'm still, for some reason, when I think about doing the full clean and jerk, and it's just a skill I haven't practiced in a few weeks, so it's a little bit off kilter. I'm kind of fucking up the clean a little bit because I'm thinking about setting for the jerk and the transition between the two. So going from the clean to the jerk, the bit in between is kind of just occupying mental capacity in my brain. So it's kind of, I'm rushing the clean a little bit through the positions. So I'm still doing about 2 sessions where I'm just doing cleans, and I'm doing 1 to 2 sessions where I'm doing some kind of overhead work from the rack, mostly split jerks, and then some snatch grip power jerk. So snatch is good. I'll keep pushing the cleans by themselves for a certain period of time, and I'll try to trade in more clean and jerk. So next week I'll probably have 2 full clean jerk sessions and just 1 clean session. So this week it's been 2 clean sessions and 1 clean and jerk session. As opposed to the rest kind of auxiliary work I've been doing. Squat's gone very well, so I front squatted 205 during the week. It's pretty happy with that, felt pretty easy. So it's first time over 200 in a few months. My back squat is going very good as well. So all of these were no knee sleeves, and I don't feel like I need my knee sleeves at all anymore. I feel zero difference. So I did 5x3 at 205 on Wednesday, I think it was, and that was very happy with that. That was very easy. So just kind of, I hit 240 for a single the week before, so I kind of using that as my one RM. So 205 would put me at about 85%, so that's a great place to do some working sets. Still back squatting twice a week and front squatting twice a week. Today I'll be back squatting for sure, and I'll be looking for, I'll either increase the number of reps at my 85% at my 205, so I might look for sets of 5, or I'll go for a heavier tap set depending on how I feel. To be honest, I'm leaning towards more a heavier set of maybe 3. Realistically I should be able to triple 230 or 240 at the moment, even though I've only done 240 for a single. Overall things are in a good direction. I'm not doing as much clean deadlifts at the moment, just because I'm not looking to push, well I am looking to push my absolute clean and jerk, but for the moment I'm just doing kind of more sets and reps, and I haven't gone over 200 kilos really that much. But I will be pushing that again to north of 220 up to 240 for sets in a few weeks, and maybe beyond if I have enough room on my bar. So also, just I would like to say I'm really enjoying the enthusiasm for the vlogs. I really appreciate it. I do like making them. I find it useful for my own training. Obviously you guys find it useful. Also, once again, just trying to beat fits to 1,000 views for the first vlog to 1,000 views, so I'll just throw that out there. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. So it's either going to be very light power snatches, jerk from racks, or it's going to be snatch waves, heavy cleans, but there'll be definitely some back squats. Okay, see you in a minute. that turned into a pretty good session. So I mentioned at the start that I was going to look at doing either a light session or a heavier session, so a high fatiguing session or a very low fatiguing session, and I went for the high as I was warming up. That's what I planned to do, and unless things felt absolutely awful, I wasn't going to deviate from that too much. But if I did feel bad, I would have gone with the very light session, so light powers, some light jerk from rack or something like that. But it ended up pretty good. So during the week, I forgot to mention, but I hit 135 for a single, so it was the first time I went up to 90% in a couple of weeks now, so maybe 6 weeks or more. And that was with reason, like that was planned, like to not take a break from heavy weights and work on some aspects and work back up again. So I worked up to 120 one wave, back down, and up to 125 twice. So it was a little bit off. I didn't feel that tired. Not like felt particularly fatigued, but I was just a little bit slow. But the start of the second wave was good, and then by the time I got up to the third wave, up to 125, the last 125 was the best double I did of the whole session. I thought was good. So what I was kind of thinking about was, so there's a few things I was focusing on the snatch, and I've mentioned before, I was trying to keep my chest up and not as much upper back rounding when I'm pulling. So trying to keep that up off the floor, pull the bar back towards me, keeping my shoulders still like upright, so no kind of rounding like this. And then most importantly, and I mentioned this before, if you saw the 5 things I wish you knew about weightlifting video, was that sometimes good positions are only possible under speed, and I was just a little bit slow, not so much getting to the hip, but after the hip I wasn't giving it everything, you know. So I felt like on that 125 that it was very good. I was very happy with it. Positions just get better when you move faster if you have good strengths, so I was just thinking about pulling to here, pulling the bar back towards me, and then once I got to like about 2/3 up my thigh, I thought about pulling as fast as I could. So that allows me to pull the bar up fast, but also pull myself under the bar fast. So second double 125 was good. The ones on Friday, the doubles up to 25, were a bit better, but that's because I was a little bit fresher. But by the second double I felt good, and I felt like I could have doubled 130, maybe a bit more if I really had to. Definitely 130, but there's no need to right now. Then on the cleans, so you've watched me before when I'm doing clean volume. I'll do lots of warm-up sets, and I mentioned that I would do like smaller jumps because I'm trying to get more volume in. But today I wanted to touch some heavier weights because I've added back in clean and jerks, and they'll be getting heavier. Then I want to touch some heavier weights with the cleans, and so I've done a good couple of sessions of lighter volume over the last 2 weeks since I did 150 by 3. So today I wanted to do 160, 155 for 3 or 160 for 2, and so I literally went 100, 120, 140. No, 120, 135, 150, 150 for a single. So I just did doubles up the last, 150 for a single, and then 160. I did a double. I was very happy with it. I could have done one for a triple, and I was pretty confident of that, and I will do a triple in the next 10 days or so maybe. What I was really happy with the clean, and something I've been focusing on, as I mentioned, was to move it fast off the floor, so high velocity off the floor, which is important for cleans because they're heavy weights, and if you don't move cleans off the floor fast, then you won't be able to move it fast. There's not enough time to move it fast in the second pull, unlike the snatch where you can be a little bit more patient and build up momentum and then go fast. But the clean, it's got to be fast on the floor because they're heavy weights. However, bar velocity is very important, so I was thinking fast off the floor, but then even faster again. But very importantly, well, I have a habit of kind of catching the bar very high, so well above parallel. But on the warm-ups I was thinking about, so essentially I was over pulling the bar, so I was just thinking about pulling, so still pulling on the bar all the way up. So I didn't think about changing the bar height, so I think about pulling the bar up. And also, what I've mentioned as well, didn't think about pulling myself under the bar. I was focusing on, so fast pull, pulling myself under the bar, but then getting under very fast. So once the bar got to about here, I started thinking about pulling myself under, even though I was still trying to maintain contact with the bar. So I wasn't thinking about smashing the bar on my legs, I was literally pulling the bar straight up. So pulling that bar, pulling on it all the way around till here until I made contact in the rack position. So I was pulling it up, and that allows me, so if I think about pulling under faster and sooner, it allows me to stay in contact with the bar, and those 160 for 2 was good. So for me, if I was looking at some of those, doing those, I wouldn't have thought, oh that's shit, that's a 160 2RM, that's a clean 2RM. That I would have thought, and it looks like to me, that's just a heavier working set. And I felt like I could have done, I felt like 30 seconds after the set was done, I felt like I could have done another double, but there was no need because I haven't touched those weights in a while. I was very confident. I felt like I could have done the triple, but I was good at that. I knew I wanted to go a little bit heavier in the squats. So when today the quality of the session on average, I wanted it to be good, so I didn't want to sacrifice the squat weights for not incredibly urgent need to do another heavy set of cleans. So when the squat, very happy, worked up to 220 by 5 for very solid. So the last rep was a little bit, but not even a grinder, I suppose. Looking back on it, it didn't even look that bad. To me, it felt just a little bit grindier, but it's also important to grind heavy weights sometimes to get used to that kind of skill. One thing, I am incredibly happy with how the squat is going without knee sleeves. I just used knee sleeves for so long the last few years that so I practiced without them, and it would have been a significant event. And I suppose one of the things I can say, and I've proved it a lot of times, is that I don't have any crutches of training. So when I hit 185 with PB clean and jerk, I forgot my belt that day, but I still hit the PB. I removed coffee for a couple of months. I routinely like to just do things like that and see how they affect me. I just hate having like a mental crutch on things. I hate being feeling like I would need to be reliant on something. And so the sleeves was for the benefit of my snatch and clean and jerk. So I was wondering, would transition speed under the bar be better? And they're going great. So in the squat, I was willing to take a hit, but I knew it mightn't be for very long, and I was very happy. My front squat's going great. I've never done so many reps for a 220 without knee sleeves, and to be honest, I don't feel like I would get any more benefit from them right now. I don't feel like I would have got any more reps. Maybe I would have, but I honestly don't care. I'm so happy with how that goes. I feel like whether it's placebo or there is grounded in reality, and I'll touch on that another time, but I feel like you get more out of heavier weights if you can do them without knee sleeves. Now, that's not to say you don't get benefit from doing heavier weights with knee sleeves. You know, there's kind of a balance to play, which is more useful. But for me, I'm very happy with that. 220 for 5, and then some drop down sets, so 200 for 4 or 5, and then 200 for 3, and then instead of 170 for 3. Yeah, so very happy. No deadlifts today because I did some yesterday. Yeah, overall very happy with that session. Again, I would just like to say thank you very much for the enthusiasm around the training vlogs. I really appreciate it, and I do really enjoy making them, and I do like talking after because it lets me kind of evaluate things, and it's very interesting. So when I made them, I just made them for people because I enjoy watching training videos, but I didn't. So obviously a lot of our content is to help people, but I didn't come at them from the angle of you would try and learn from my training what you could do in your training. So if you want me to expand on anything, just ask in the comments, and we try to respond to most of the comments, especially on YouTube. Okay, thanks for watching. Like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good shit. Share with your friends, etc. Yeah, I'm actually very happy with that session. I feel like when I do video sessions, because it's only once a week, I feel the pressure to perform in this session because I feel not pressured, but I do feel pressure to perform, which is a good thing. But when I decide to make the video, this is the video I'm going to put out regardless if it's good or bad or not. So I am happy. So good session, 25 for doubles, 60 for twos. Going forward for the next few days, so snatch will stay back to the waves again, so keep going with that. Cleans will go more volume, so I'll have 1 clean and jerk day still next week at least, and then 2 more volume days in the clean. I'll try to work up to 160 for 3 or more, and 170 or 2 or more, and then that'll probably be it for those. Heavy clean and jerks then, lots of volume. We'll see where all this stuff is going. Feel good though, I'm very happy about this.